When a man loses everything, only death awaits. Frank has finally exacted his revenge, and theoretically, he should be able to rest in peace now. He's avenged his wife and his two children. But why do emphasize resting in peace? You think that was settled, but it's far from over. Frank's ghosts haunt him every single day. Desperate, suffocating, painful. That's what this new Punisher special gives us. We see a side of the character we'd never seen before. Deeply, emotional, visceral, and of course, with the raw action Frank Castle deserves. The new special is out on Disney Plus, and I have to say it's brilliant. It's a perfect blend of high-stakes drama, intensity, and action, all condensed into a single chapter. But here the best part. It actually moves Frank's story forward. You thought this was just self-contained story like Guardian of the Galaxy Holiday Special, think again. This special makes one thing crystal clear. Frank is coming back. That's right, guys, the new Punisher special is packed with action. Honestly, I don't know if people are still doubting whether Disney can handle violence, because let me tell you, this show has plenty of it. It's brutal. I've seen a lot of complaints from people who wanted to see a Spider-Man cameo or a Daredevil cameo, but let me be real, it doesn't need them. The story works perfectly on its own. Frank Castle is more than enough to give it off an amazing time and an incredible dose of hardcore action. It definitely rated R, with blood everywhere, and you really get the feeling that the Punisher is finally taking down those who deserve it. Alright guys, as is tradition on this channel, let's start with the bad, because that's where the juicy stuff is. In my opinion, the real issues with this special is that, it relies too much on the Netflix series. And, now for many of you that actually are good teens, it means everything that happened before is officially canon. And that's exactly why people are so high about this character being brought back. Same as everyone returning in The Defender or Daredevil Born Again Season 3. But here's the problem. If you don't know much about the character, you are going to be lost. Personally, I hadn't seen the show and actually ended up watching the first episode by accident, because all the toenails look the same. Just Frank Castle in black and white is the same, honestly though. So, this first episode was great and definitely deserves its own review. It's I honest with you guys. That accident gave me, so much needed content, because without it, I would be totally confused. For example, and here a bit of a spoiler warning, so don't blame me, but it seemed Karen and Frank had a thing or, affair in the Netflix series. So we knew she appeared in the Netflix shows, but I never expected that, to have a romantic relationship, or at least a fling. It was so weird seeing Karen throwing herself at Frank and whispering in his ear, like, what the fuck? Why was this never mentioned in Daredevil? It felt so out of place that was super weird to me. On top of that, the special feels like a direct consequence of the series, that the villain are the Nucci family, who apparently were the last ones involved in the death of Frank's family. It seems he didn't even know they were responsible until the events on the series unfolded, which is why he is owed to wipe them all out. So as we can see, the villain is actually the mother, the only survivor, the famous Manushi. She out of her blood, wanting revenge on Frank Castle for, wiping out her entire family. She tells him straight up, you work like a predator, like a beast. You destroy everything, but now it's your turn to be punished. She wants him to watch as the series is corrupted and destroyed because of him. Which is actually a pretty cool motivation. But again, it's so tied to the original show, since I hadn't seen it. I wish, more content. but it's real because it's not invitation to watch the series. For example, the special has flashbacks all those dead, and it's something like it works because you understand what happened, but at the same time they spoiler all the series, so it's weird because you know it's better only mention like something Manucci said, something like you kill my son, you kill my father, my husband, my brother, whatever, all the family. Go and watch the series, but actually we had this the sequences scene that all those dead. So at the same time, it's not an invitation to watch the series. It's only like if you want it, it's okay, but you had this flashback and that was something real, in my opinion. I don't know, but I was definitely confused until the action started. So is for these accidents, I had the context for understand the special, but if you don't have any of that, and if you didn't watch the whole series, even with one episode like as I did, you will be so lost watching the series that it's gonna be insane with the character, with the content, with the cutting. A lot of that is really confused. On the bright side, it made me realize the Netflix series is actually worth watching. The first episode I thought was amazing, and it's definitely going to finish. And now, I know this special is a direct continuation. On the other hand, there's a bit of logic gap. By taking down the mob family that controlled the sector of the New York, the place has turned into a Sodom and Gomorrah. It's a total chaos, which is the only way Frank can really do his thing, imparting his own brand of justice. If the place wasn't a total disaster, he wouldn't be able to get away with it. And you know what I mean. But honestly, so many superheroes active right now. It feels a bit off. I mean, Captain America is active. We have She-Hulk, Daredevil, and even Spider-Man. Even, no matter how it's so sad with all these MJ and Ted and Ned, sorry, whatever, there are so many heroes in the city. It's now like Infinity War when, the half of population was gone. You think someone will stop the chaos, especially in the middle of New York. That was something real. That neighborhood was looking worse than Detroit in Robocop. It was terrifying place, and because of that, it's a bit absurd to see, the baker just standing there with his basket. It's only a matter of time before someone raises his stuff and does something horrible to his family and, of course, to him. It just didn't make much sense. To be honest, it's a bit strange. There are certain things you had to accept for the sake of the story. So Frank can actually be the Punisher, but it's a comic book world. So it's not a deal breaker. Moving on, the positive, I love seeing the human side of Frank Castle. In some spin-off, he can feel a bit flat, just guys shooting and killing. But here he is vulnerable. He is psychologically broken, dealing with both his war trauma and the constant way of losing his family. His daughter is his North Star. She is the one who gives him a reason to keep going and a mission to punish those who deserve it. And I mean the spirit of her. The action, absolutely brutal. It's exactly what you want from the Punisher. Blood, violence, and pure adrenaline. The pacing is great too. It's about 50 or 20 minutes of non-stop intensity that leaves you wanting more. It's really proof this character can carry a full series or movie on Disney Plus. The only real low point was the CGI. That scene, where he falls look completely ridiculous. Everyone on the internet is already making fun of it. I don't know why they didn't use practical effects. It's clearly late with quality control, which is a weird from a brand like Marvel. So guys, despite the real logic and the shaky CGI, I give it this special an 8 out of 10. I'm pretty satisfied and I can't wait to see Frank make a full comeback in his own show or a future film, I think after the Secret Wars. But what do you think based on my points? What score would you give it? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe for more review on the latest movies and series and catch you in the next one. Bye bye.